Okay, let's get this article going. Can I store crypto on MetaMask? And I'll pause. If I can find the pause button. Okay, first thing I do is I generate titles. Can I store? I just like doing it exactly what the keyword is. Let's get a meta description out of this. Oops. That one looks good. And next. And then this is what I call the magic button. Okay, so the magic button gave me what is MetaMask, what cryptocurrencies can I store on MetaMask, how to store, can I store my private key? Okay. I think if someone's typing in, can I store crypto on MetaMask, they don't need that one. And then so that's a good start. So let's look at the SERPs here and go down. Payment, swaps. Let's see if there's anything good on here. Basic safety. Store secret. Don't share your. Okay, let's add this one. And we'll drag it up here. What can you do with MetaMask? How to get started. Okay, yeah, let's do this one. Is MetaMask safe? That's a good one. Benefits, risk, features, the basics. I'm just going through this pretty fast. I normally would take more time, but for the sake of this video, okay, I think that's good. Let's look in the questions here. Should I hold coins? That's a good one. Kind of like as a conclusion. Okay, so there's another magic button here that gives you H3 ideas under these H2s. And what I believe it's doing, it's taking the current H2 SERP and looking at what they have and generating these H3s. Okay, so the H2 is what cryptocurrencies can I store on MetaMask? So this came up with the same question. What are the projects in the MetaMask ecosystem? How do I troubleshoot errors? Can I recover my asset if something happens? What are the hardware requirements? Can I use my Ether wallet? What are some of the disadvantages? What are the different ways to launch? What is OpenSea? And what are the advantages? I don't know. I kind of went off the... I think it's such a broad topic. It maybe went off the rails a little bit. Let me go into my main idea here, how to store. So let's hit the magic button on the H3s and see what it comes back with. Normally they're pretty good, and then in the next step we have the opportunity to make any edits to them as we wish. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's how to store crypto on MetaMask. So we got that. Payment and troubleshooting. Send and swap assets. Okay. Order your hardware wallet through the app. So they must have pulled this through like Treasure's site or whoever was ranking. How to look up your phrase. Okay, that's good. So let's just go. We'll just roll with this here. A neat thing about outranking is that you can see some of the keywords that they recommend, and you can add it to your outline here. They take these related keywords from SERPs, and then they also use these NLP topics as well. So if I wanted to talk about Coinbase, or I guess anything with the blockchain, or ledger or keys, that'd be good to put in my outline. But I'm not going to do that here for demo purposes. And also, they're saying that they recommend 13 to 36 headings, and I have 10. So this is a pretty good overview on what you can do. So this part usually takes a little bit longer, so I'm going to go ahead and hit pause, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, this pulled back a ton of information. That's always like really spot on. And here's where I can add more key points and generate more topics out of each key point, but I'm not going to do that for the sake of this. So let me just hit generate first draft, and I'll let it do its thing. And just like that, 1,400 words, all from summaries here, and all from using the SERPs. Outranking does this better than any other tool, just in this case here. So what I'm going to do is what I like to do is I like to just go in here and do a intro here and see what that gives me. There's a new way to start comparing the methods involving download my. Okay, that's not that good. Let me just get some more. Okay, that's great. But if I tell another way to earn crypto, no, it's not good either. I think this is such a niche down keyword. Okay, this is good. This is fine. Okay, so this drops it in here. So all of the red highlights, this is going to be my Grammarly kicking in here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just take this raw, and I'm going to drop it into Frase. I'm going to drop it into MarketMuse, and I'm going to drop it into Surfer to see what the scores are here. So when I pause, I'm going to load up all these SERP results on these three tools and just see raw what the output is as far as what scores I get. And you also got to keep in mind that I kind of half-assed the outline, or I really did half-ass the outline, and I'm not doing any editing here. So I'm pausing now. Okay, so I loaded the article and the keyword up into Frase, MarketMuse, and Surfer. First off, into Frase, looks like they're giving me a 22% out of a 37 is what the average is. And I guess I can back up here. Typically, I don't do it this way. What I do first is I'll run the seed keyword into these tools to see what I need to cover first. And then when I'm in outranking, building my outline, I'll make sure that all these topics are covered. So just I know what I'm doing here. Okay, so it's an okay score, but if you go into research, the average word count is 1.5 thousand. We're already at 1.7. So I know that the number of words isn't the biggest. There's a lot more factors to it. It's covering this in totality here. So just letting you know that what this outranking just gave me from just literally some clicks is already meeting the word count that Frase is suggesting. Okay, so let's go into MarketMuse. MarketMuse gave me a 20. The average is 26 and my target's 37. And they're also saying that the average word count is 1,700, and I'm already at 1,500 here. And MarketMuse is suggesting I hit these topics. And like I said, I would have covered these topics in my outline before just running it raw first, but I just wanted to show you guys. And then let's see what Surfer has to say. So Surfer is giving me a 44 out of 100, but they're telling me to write more. at least 2,100 words and at least 25 headings here, and at least 67 paragraphs. And so anyway, I just wanted to show what outranking, if you really spent time on outranking and you built out your sections. So let's go section builder. If you, and you can go back in here and you can just start adding them. You can add a topic, and then you can put it in, and you can generate your concepts, and you can just build them out. Basically what I showed you in the prior step, but you can do it all right here as well. So outranking is amazing. And I just wanted to show you what it looks like on these other tools as far as where it starts off with optimization.